Hi, Chris. It's Sunday, November 14th. So, the motivation crisis is over. I'm feeling pretty good about things. I basically decided that I'm only going to spend time working on the site if and when I feel like it. Um, there are enough other priorities that I feel like I need to do that it just kind of falls by the wayside. And these are things like CrossFit and diet that I think really are necessary for really ensuring my health and improving the quality of my life in the future. Uh, just stuff that I can't let slide. And then also doing work around the house to get things ready for, what's coming up there. Making everything around the house good and whatnot. Um, so yeah, getting back to CrossFit is good. It's on the agenda actually. I have done one day of CrossFit. My legs are currently like jelly from doing one workout yesterday. But I want to backtrack a second because you thought that biking and CrossFit were like tied together. They really weren't. Biking was like one attempt that I had at getting more exercise, and all in all, I kind of consider the efforts toward biking a failure. I never was able to get what I wanted out of that. So what I did next was CrossFit, and there are a few workouts that have incorporated biking into them. And basically, anything that calls for running, I do biking instead because I would rather bike than run, and it's my body, so But the two are distinct and separate. You got into an interesting question when looking at what you want versus what you need, and what you're willing to do without or whatnot, and how hard you have to work as a result of it. For me, it's not really about what I want or being content with what I have. It's about reaching a level, preparing for the future, and really preparing to give Becky the life that she wants, and giving us both, I guess, the life that we want. Um, my personal needs are minimal and basically consist of having an area where I can do CrossFit and a house back in Oklahoma in the long run. But I know that Becky has said many times that she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, at least while our kids are young, up until the point that they are spending most of the day in school. Possibly more than that, I'm not sure. But obviously, if that happens, and I want to try to make it happen, I want to give her that opportunity because I understand that the goals of really being involved in raising our kids, like that's an awesome thing, and I think too that there are a lot of things that she'll be able to take care of if she's staying at home that otherwise we have to do in the evenings, and it complicates time and ends up filling up time that could otherwise be spent like for me doing stuff with the kids too. And so I think that's a good goal, um, if we can make it happen. But making that happen obviously puts extra strain on me financially as the one bringing in the money, because suddenly instead of having to bring in half of the pie, I have to bring in the whole pie. Um, I know we have family there to help take care of kids and whatnot, but we don't have the same massive network of people that you guys have with the Havers. So that will be a little bit of an issue, less of an issue, and that's again part of the motivation for Becky staying at home. So finding ways to do that, and finding ways to make that happen, and also finding ways to continue contributing to retirement, preferably at the rate that we've been, which is pretty much near the legal max. These are all things that are high on my list of things I want to do just to make life better for the future. Um, that's where all of the stuff that I do with financial motivation comes from, is trying to ensure that next step is there and is going to work out as smoothly as possible financially. What would be maybe ideal would be if we knew going forward before we move back that we have jobs that are equal or better to what we have out here. But I don't know that, and I won't know that. And maybe I shouldn't worry about it until I am looking and applying for jobs and whatnot. Um, but until I comfortably know that I do have this or I don't, um, it's in the back of my mind, in there, making me think, okay, well, I want to prepare and I want to have a backup and I want to have extra resources that I can leverage to maximize the chances of having everything we want, everything we need. So, coming around full circle, if the self-driven motivation goals site worked out the way that I'd like, if it really took off and it became the place for people to go to report their achievements and set their own goals and kind of structure how they do what they do in their daily lives and improve, achieve their own goals that way, I think it would be very powerful. It would be something great for people to have, but I also think it, paves the way for achieving all of the goals that I just talked about, from letting Becky be a stay-at-home mom to maxing out retirements or even possibly letting me retire and, just kind of do what I want on a daily basis. But all of that's a side note, because it really doesn't matter if it could be something awesome financially if it's not something I'm going to do on a heavy basis, because it's going to interfere with things that aren't just, nice to have well wishes, things that are solidly contributing to things that I actually need. That's the health, quality of life counterbalance from CrossFit and diet and whatnot. And there's an argument that could be made that I could do both. But right now, I don't think I can. So I'm going to focus on the one that has the biggest, most important impact, and that's the CrossFit diet / home improvement side of things. As a final note, two firsts happened this weekend. First number one, we got our sleep number bed, so I slept on that for the first and second time ever. So far, my back is liking it, so that's awesome. First number two is, for the first time, played Mario Kart Wii. That was one of the wedding presents, and so far I'm hating it. Really, really didn't enjoy Mario Kart. I guess I'm just not a gamer. But that's okay. I don't have time for Mario Kart anyway. And with that, I'm out. Don't forget to be awesome.